Hello everyone, here's a quick video going over what I believe to be the 5 most important tracks in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and why, featuring one lap of each track. Let's get started. Starting off here, we have DS Wario Stadium, and the reason why I believe this track to be important is because of the ramp strategies. You will see this here as the track progresses here. You can get a mini turbo trick off this ramp, mini turbo just hold off this ramp release trick, and then do a right hop, left slide, right hop into the ramps here. And you do not want to be playing like me right now where you're missing all the coins, but this is just to demonstrate the ramp technique, of course. Then here, I do it differently to the world record. I always do that. The world record does it slightly differently if you ever watch that. And then get a low glider off here to finish the race. And it's such an important difference. It really matters a lot, actually. I'm going to go through what a basic run of this looks like. Just to show you here, it's much harder to control. For sure, this part is the hardest, I would say. It took me 2 years to learn this. I'm not even kidding. The 2 ramps I just tricked off there with the fast method, so I would definitely learn these. This track gets picked so often in online races, and I think it's a very important one to learn. And that brings us to our second track of the video. So for the second track of this video, we have Squeaky Clean Circuit, and this is similar enough. It's because you actually want to learn the concept of holding a mini turbo when you trick. Do not trick off every ramp you see. So see the sink bowl? See this sink here? You're not supposed to trick off that. You're supposed to trick off this bottom part. And you're meant to actually hop over the top part, which I got lucky and got the trick. Now here you want to slide off here, hold your mini turbo, release it off here, and I did that part wrong actually. You want to try and get another mini turbo. This part is always tricky. You want to like slide off here and over there without hitting that wall at the end. It's very complex. And here you also do not want to trick. You want to slide and get an orange mini turbo when you land. Here, thankfully, you just want to trick. And then just complete the rest of the track as normal. So yeah, once again, you're going to slide off, hop off that like that. Not the way I did it lap 1. I just want to make that very, very clear. And then with this, we'll try and get this now. There we go. That is what you want to do for lap. So what I did just there, that is what you want to do. And then, let's see, can I get this part? No. Okay, that's fine. So, that is how you want to race Squeaky Clean Circuit. And the important part, again, is to realize that more times than not, actually, you do not want to trick where you see a trick ramp. You actually want to hold your trick and to when you land. And that is an important concept to learn for a wide variety of tracks. It's also useful for online for spacing against opponents when you want a close distance after you land, but not really when you trick in case you get lag trailed. So again, it's a very important tip to know, especially for online races. So for our third track here, we have DK Snowboard Cross, and this track, DK Snowboard Cross that is, and the fourth track are in here for 2 completely different reasons, polar opposite actually, on the same spectrum, just one end to the other, as this track has obviously a big shortcut, the other track has no shortcuts, so you need to know how to drive both. For that reason, they're the same reason but on different ends, as I said before. Also, when you get to these zippers, what you want to do, the blue zipper in front of me, the half pipe, is you want to you want to hold off it, but then tap the ZR button mid-air when you're on them, because that will allow you to kind of re-control your car almost. It's hard to explain. It helps though, and I feel like they changed this. I feel like they made it harder to make, because I don't remember ever going that fast. So see here how if I just trick, my car's locked in place, but if I hold like ZR mid-air, my car kind of is more fluid in the air, and that's mid-air, so you want to go off the ramp then press it. So like I'm gonna illustrate this for you now again. As we go here, you want to go in the air, press the or there, and you are going up. So yeah, a very good technique to know. I'm gonna try and get this. I'm actually so confused as to how I haven't been getting it. There we go. What? Okay, I don't know what's happening with me today. I'm rusty. I haven't actually played this game in a month. I have exams coming up in 2 weeks. Apologies for that. There's plenty of footage of me online making that shortcut, in case anyone's doubting me. As we move on to the 5th track, which I said was the complete opposite, and it is, because unlike the shortcut I failed twice, this has no shortcut, and that is DS Waluigi Pinball. You can see here my time is very, very fast on this track, and actually most players are behind the Staff Ghost on this as well, and that is not a great thing, because although it is expected, because this track matters so much how you drive. It's all down to how you drive and your items. There's 0 shortcuts you can do to make this any easier for yourself if you get stuck behind. So the way you want to race this track online is try and get into first place as fast as possible, for that reason. Now, what I will say is you want to hold your mini turbo right here, and then, yeah, I did that wrong. You want to hold into an ultra mini turbo and then trick off that, and there, get an ultra mini turbo here. Soft drifting is so important here. I have a guide on my channel for that, and some other useful techniques that I will link in the description of this video if anyone's interested. I would really recommend it. So this is the section up here where everyone, myself included, always runs into difficulties, and the tip I will give here is try and stay more so towards the edge, like that, and it makes it a good bit harder to get hit by the pinballs in my experience. That's the tip I will give there, but learning how to successfully drive this track is so essential. So what you want to do is just, ultra mini turbo trick off here. You can even hit that to realign yourself slightly. It actually benefited me there, I believe. Sliding into this helps because it helps you with keeping a tight line here. And I'm actually gonna not release that until after I boost from the ramp finishes. So if you see here, it is possible for it to hit you. It's much less likely, because there are many instances where you can have a close call on this. I myself have had many. I'm gonna actually input a clip here of that happening to me before, and I nearly got hit like 4 times. It was insane. But overall, this is just a very smooth track. It's so enjoyable to drive. I think everyone likes it because of the team. I think the team is quite cool, but the main reason I actually enjoy this track is because of the way it drives. There's no other track like it. It's really weird. So here, I'm going to go down the middle just to show you what happens when you go the middle. It's a lot more hectic, a lot more scary, and although I didn't get hit, I would not want to take that risk. I believe there is actually a way for analyzing the pinballs, but I do not know it myself, as I casually beat my own time trial record. I didn't even use a mushroom, I don't think. What is that lap 3? That lap 3 is insane. Did I even use a mushroom there? I don't think I used a mushroom. That's insane. That was unexpected, but there you go. How to drive that track matters so much. I don't even know if I used a mushroom. I might have used one, but that's incredible. I just randomly beat that. Sub 229 is coming, everyone. But that track is so important, especially because it's one of the most picked tracks in the game. And now for the final track of the video, I have, of course, the infamous Wii Mushroom Gorge, because this track comes up so much and it has a very important technique to it. and that is called the super bounce. There are other tracks that have this technique, but none are as prevalent as Mushroom Gorge. See here, I'm 20 seconds ahead of the Ghost. There's barely a percentile difference. Most percentage of the players are over there, where the big spike is at the very left of the graph, which is not where you want to be. And one of the best percentage of players is the Staff Ghost, with a time that I'm 17 seconds faster than. So I think this track is one I'm not like qualified to give experience on how to drive it, but I can definitely help players, and that is something I really want to do. So the super bounce is a technique that lets you fly off mushrooms, and I'm gonna drive 2 laps of this track, the first lap without it and the second lap with it, and then I'll break it down on how to do it, because it's so important in my opinion to learn. It's so important here. You're gonna see, just look at how much time I'm gonna end up saving up here alone. It's incredible. I'm not gonna go for the gap jump here, although the gap jump is an important one for online as well. So that was lap 1, 36 seconds. Now lap 2 is definitely not going to be 36 seconds, I can promise you that. I believe it was 36.917. See here, you want to charge a mini turbo off the ramp, and that's a technique I was on about earlier, holding the mini turbo off the ramp and then releasing it when you land. But you want to do that into a trick from the next mushroom, like that. It sends you flying. It's very useful. Okay, so I clipped the grass. I'm a full nearly 3 seconds faster. I'm about 2.9 seconds faster there, and I clipped the grass at the end of lap 2 there as well. So this saves so much time per lap. It's honestly incredible how much time this saves. It's so essential. You need this technique for online, because that is 6 seconds of time save without even going for the shortcut. Okay, was that even faster? That was the most goofy ending to the shortcut I've ever had. It was. Yeah, don't do that for the shortcut. I got clipped off the invisible wall as I was coming down, so a bit awkward, but you can see how essential the super bounce is, and the progression of how much shortcut saves over non-shortcut and super bounce saves over non-super bounce. So it is a very important technique to know. And that is the end of this video. Again, I will link my driving tutorial down in the description. I highly recommend watching it. It will help both in time trials and online races. I also have an online item usage guide that I made just yesterday that I will post in the description of this video as well, if you are interested in that. Use all 3 of these videos together in order to best improve at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. If there are any more guides that I can make in the future, I will definitely do so. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video, which I'm hoping to have out probably by the end of this week after this, which includes the one after this one. I'm trying to upload more. I will have a lot more time to upload in the middle of June to beginning of September, when my summer break is. So again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.